Hello, hello. Welcome to the Get at Gaming Plus podcast. I am Alex,
I'm Ben.
and we're here today to just talk about anything. Today we have a special thing that we are going to talk about, but generally speaking, we talk about anything we want to, whether that is video games, TV shows, the works. We can talk about the Midwest snowstorms that have been happening. We could talk about anything. Yeah, just don't what's the meme where it's like, "Don't make unnecessary travel. Don't travel on treacherous roads," or whatever.
Uh,
No, it's like a British accent. So I don't know where it's from, but it's like some
yeah.
it's like a news reporter. But anyway, besides that, yeah, we're a bi-weekly podcast where pretty much just talk about anything. If you want to find us in places, if you're watching on YouTube, did you know we're on Spotify? We're on everything. We're on Apple. We're on Amazon. Everything. If you are on one of those things, hey, did you know we're on YouTube? You can find us at youtube.com/getatgaming, where you can see us live or not. Yeah, I guess you can see us live sometimes. But you can see us like camera. There's video to this podcast. So if you're not watching video, kind of missing out because then you don't get to see how we finally fix Ben's camera. So
Um, it looks great. It makes me look older, which I don't know if is great. Uh, Funny story. I got this for Christmas. Alex is like, "Oh, it's a great camera," and it's always been like okay.
mhm.
And so I finally opened up the software I downloaded for it, and look at me. I'm like one of the Kardashians before the surgery. Um, Super pretty. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, you look pretty nice. Yeah, for once.
thank you. I
Yeah, yeah.
feel great now.
Yeah, you do. But yeah, we talk about anything. We talk about fixing cameras. We talk about yeah, video games, etc. Again, you can find us anywhere. We do occasionally we're trying to start this. So I would say maybe if you're listening to this, I would say maybe next week? Question mark? Next Tuesday? We might be doing a live stream. We might be playing more Bomberman, so take a look for that. If not, there'll be something in February. We're trying to do live streams once a month, so hopefully you can see us there, and I'll play more Bomberman Hero. Yeah, Bomberman Hero. People seem to like that, especially that one person who said we suck. So that was a fun comment.
Oh, he must not have. I it's so funny. Alex sent me the comment of it just says you suck. And I had to laugh. I grew up in a rural town in Indiana when I moved there. I was the only minority. So um if that's the worst you have to say, I don't know, do you need like a hug
Well, here's the thing as
or
well.
what? Or
One, if they're watching that video, they don't see our faces; they just hear our voices. And two, that means I suck because I was the one playing. So it's not you;
I
it's
will
me.
say that in looking at gaming, Alex is a better gamer than me.
Mm.
Um, just back when you used to stream back in the day, um, just watching you play some of these games, you're definitely a better. So I don't see it. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, we like all comments, whether it's brutally mean ones or you know,
yeah. And again, thank you, mean comment, for making a comment because that made that video more discoverable. Because any
it.
any sort of comments or likes or anything just make the algorithm notice it, so whether it's bad or good, it'll be like, oh, someone's talking about it, that means we need to do something with it. So yeah, thank you, I appreciate you. Today, or actually, I do want to say, so yeah, Bomberman Hero, we'll probably do more of that once a month, so be on the lookout for that. By the time this video releases, the video, it'll be my birthday. Um, so I do want to say I'm getting, it's not coming out yet, but I did order the Virtual Boy,
I we had talked about it. I have not ordered one.
$100.
Plus, happy early birthday. I knew your birthday was coming up very soon,
Yeah.
so
So
Happy
yeah, on
birthday.
the thanks. Yeah, on the Friday. That's when all this will happen. So, getting old. It's gonna be fun times. Don't have time for games anymore, right? That's what happens.
I'm gonna be playing games until I can't do it anymore. I'm super if I ever get sent to one of the retirement communities like what my parents, uh, my dad's like, "I'm so bored." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I would have a console hooked up, and that's what I would do all the time, is just do that.
Well, see, I don't know if I had this conversation with you or if it was with someone else, but I imagine in the future, right? For like people my age, people your age, like when retirement communities happen, it's bingo night, it's whatever. It's gonna be like, all right, um, it's time for team deathmatch. Like it's gonna be like we're playing Slayer. We're gonna do like I don't think we're gonna see bingo as much as like I think there's gonna be a decline in bingo.
My
Oh
parents
yeah,
both
yeah.
play bingo, and my dad plays on a euchre team, and
That's
he's
just
like,
an
"We're pretty
Indiana thing
competitive."
though.
Oh, yeah. He was like, "We're super competitive." I'm like, "Okay." I almost wanna be like, "What you guys need to do, you guys need get a couple of or like OG Xboxes, link them up, play some Halo. Great for hand-eye coordination."
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, get them Guitar Hero guitars. Let them play some music like that.
They do have a Wii there.
Oh wow. Yeah, so I mean, you
I'm
could do
sure
Guitar Hero. You could put in the Wii inside the guitar and the Wii remote and do that. Yeah, it is possible. Play some bowling.
I'm sure you're not I'm sure you're not shocked. Oh,
No.
they have Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort.
Oh, okay.
Um, they have a rec room that's got a pool table and stuff,
Hmm.
and in there, there's a TV with a Wii.
Okay. Nice. At least it still works. That's cool. At least no one threw.
Yeah, I
Hopefully they're wearing the wrist straps and not just like throwing it to the TV. Like how I feel like there are a lot of videos of, back then, like retirement communities as well as just like older people trying to play Wii and they just throw it because they don't understand. They're like, oh, I'm golfing. I better golf or swing, and then the remote just like flies straight into the TV or the
I
wall.
remember when I got my Wii, my shoulders hurt so much
Yeah.
from tennis and golf, but I did my parents played the crap out of the bowling.
Yeah.
Um, and my mom was like, "I wanna get a Wii for our apartment." I'm like, "No, that seems like a really awful idea." Um,
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna be breaking TV at that point.
Probably.
So,
Yeah. Get him a. Shouldn't have sold all your NES. Give him an NES.
the only game my dad would play would probably be Tetris.
Yeah.
He used to come home on his lunch breaks from work and play Tetris.
It's great. I love it.
So, he would love to I bought him it was a handheld console that had Tetris and a bunch
Mm-hmm.
of other stuff, but it's really easy to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
He probably plays Tetris on there all the time, and it is both the Tengen version and the NES version.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Because I love Tetris on Game Boy is great. And then obviously Tetris Effect is awesome too. That's a different type of game, but I do like that game a lot. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, video games. We talk about video games here. We're talking about Nintendo and all that. Today's episode is should Ben buy the Nintendo Switch 2 right now? Answer yes. Do it right now. Um
Uh,
yeah, that's the end of the episode, honestly. Um
I mean,
yeah, so like I do recommend, so like we'll go through some things here, but like essentially without there's no real good way to dance around this, but there are different factors of things, reasons why prices are sporadic. They can go up, they won't go down. They'll just go up. So one of those things initially before the Switch 2 came out is they didn't know what the price is at because tariffs were fluctuating like crazy. And so they didn't know what to do there. They eventually decided on, the price, 450, 449.99 for a regular version, or 500, 499.99 for one that came with Mario Kart World. So there are those two SKUs that exist. And they said that they would mark up the accessories and things instead. So like they want you to try to get the console at the lowest price possible and then get the accessories. Now there have been talks recently with I don't know if it's Furukawa or like someone with inside Nintendo, like CEOs, presidents, etc. Talking about the possibility of, yeah, we're looking at the market. Depending on how the market works, we might have to increase the price of these consoles. Like it's not out of the question, it's just a when, honestly. And so with that, uh so yeah, there's tariffs and stuff that caused it initially to just kind of be at its price, but then also with AI and with GPUs and all the memory, RAM, all this stuff. All these data centers are buying, RAM before it's being made. Like they're buying all this stuff from all these companies, and so because of that, regular consumer RAM is way more expensive, and so because there's just less product around, and so that
Yeah.
will affect other things unless the AI kind of bubble bursts. And we're starting to see some of that with like Microsoft laying off some of its Copilot team and all of that. Like there are certain companies where not everyone has to invest in AI. This is a little bit of a segue, but like not everyone has to invest in AI. Just focus on other companies to like lease that AI from or pay for that service from there. Like we don't need 20 different uh businesses each trying to do their own AI. We need like two or three. Like
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I think that's the gist of it is, I really kind of hoping that bubble bursts, um, because we are seeing a shortage in those things. So, I mean, and I can't say that I don't use AI every day.
I
I
don't
probably use it. I use specific ones. I don't use ChatGPT.
know.
Um, I use Copilot more, but every now and then, if I have to write like a letter, if I have to do like a specific email to somebody with my job, I may run it through AI, just say, "Hey, is this the best way to say it?"
Mm-hmm.
Or something. But that's usually about it. I don't use it for any personal information, really.
Yeah.
Um, but I do kind of hope the bubble bursts. So that makes I'm kind of hoping it does on this.
Yeah, and then hopefully things kind of stay at a constant. I don't think things are going to get cheaper. I don't think any, like that's just the thing with all this. Like
No.
nothing's ever going to get cheaper ever again. It's just going to stay the same or get more expensive. And so hopefully, yeah, if some of this does burst and some of these other uh companies and all that stop investing in that and instead invest in like Google or something like that, then hopefully um there will be less need for all of these, RAM prices that go up and all of that. And so like yeah, that's the current thing that is affecting Nintendo Switch 2 and the prices and all that, so that those could go up in price, as well as the tariffs, because tariffs are always still up in the air, unfortunately. So and uh tariff prices get passed off to who? The consumer. They always do. And so if anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying. um and rant there. But yeah, so you need to, we could get more in depth into it, but that's just a truth. That's not a political thing. That
No,
is a
no,
truth.
I totally agree with you.
But anyway, uh so those are the main two. That's the main factor, I guess. Two things going into the same factor. It's like it's gonna get more expensive as time goes on. So Should you invest in it? Yeah. You already have a switch. You have an OLED switch, don't you? Is that the one that you use? So this new one isn't OLED. You know, it's not OLED or anything, but it does. Yeah, mine's over there. It does play really nice and everything. It
Yeah.
works great. But like, yeah, the Switch 2 is doesn't have the greatest screen. It doesn't have a great screen like that one. It's not the OLED, but it has a really good screen. Battery life is a little less, but you know, all your games are gonna be running better. Example for me, and I'll admit this on the show. You get exclusive from me. I've been playing Fire Emblem Three Houses lately.
What?
You know, notorious I hate tactics games. I've been playing Fire Emblem Three Houses because I randomly oh wait, I guess I did mention this. Yeah, because of Snowbike Mike. But I can actually play this game now because it's more consistent on the frame rate because it's playing through the Switch 2. There are certain parts of that
Yeah.
game where it's very like sporadic and like just not constant on its frame rate. I would rather have a consistent 30 frames than like something going between 10 and 30. Because it's never going to hit 60 and that's fine. But because that's just the game isn't designed like that. So otherwise it would go past that and do what it needs to do. But yeah, the game's playable now. So now there are a bunch of other games that are playable. There's different versions of games. What is it? Donkey Kong Returns HD just got an update.
Mhm.
You got it here, I think. Maybe. Hey, you can barely see it. Yeah, it's right here. This just recently got an update for Switch 2. So it runs better, runs faster. There's also, you know, Dixie, I think, is in it now too. That's for both versions. But yeah, there's Animal Crossing, $5. Only $5 to upgrade to the Switch 2 version. Insane. That's great. That's amazing. Kirby had a $20 one. Other games just run better. You know, Smash runs better. Mario Kart runs great. And you can play GameCube games as well. That's the big thing, I feel. So before I continue and you know just keep spewing things off, where are you at in this? Like
Um,
we know that you're going to buy a Switch 2 here soon, hopefully.
right.
But what was the main reason why you didn't buy it close to launch? Besides, I don't know. I mean, I guess that is the reason, financial. But
Yeah.
also like even when you could at a certain point, you still waited. So
Yeah.
why have you been waiting this whole time?
It's kind of like a thing for me. So as we go into Christmas, I have 5 children and a wife. And so that's expensive, Christmas. And because things are more expensive and I did not want to do the financial commitment. Now, I will say, people that have listened or watched the podcast for a while, Alex has known this a while. I am presently selling off about 90% of my NES collection. And that came to something for me where I just wasn't feeling the same feeling when I was collecting. You know, Alex would go home and call me and go, "Oh my gosh, they have this, this, and this, and they're perfect condition," and I would get super excited. When he went home for the holidays, I didn't give him a list. Um, and I don't know if he thought that was weird or not. Mostly because I was like trying to conserve money. But another thing I want to do is my office here. I want to redo my office.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that's come up is uh, after I remodel, I'm gonna have some extra money, and so uh, the reason I haven't bought it is I wanted to see what games were so. Um, I knew I wanted a PS5 the minute I found out.
Mm-hmm.
Did not reserve it. Couldn't get one for a while. Ended up doing the GameStop bundle, which cost me about as much as a PlayStation 5 Pro. Um, so I just was like, look, for before this thing comes out, I want this. Now my oldest son waited in line, got it day one, and I've got to play some stuff like Donkey Kong, the new Donkey Kong,
Mhm.
and he's been playing the new Pokemon on there. Um, but I do now we're at the point now where, like you said, with tariffs, there is a chance it may go up in price. So that's been lingering on my mind. I have over 70 physical um, Switch titles. Um, so that's something to take in consideration there. Of like, they are backwards compatible for the most part.
Mhm.
Um, but like, I guess my big thing is like I'm waiting for that or I'm making sure there's not going to be a second SKU of this system.
Yeah.
So I buy this, and they're like, "Oh, hey, for this much more, you can get the OLED version," or something along those lines.
Mhm.
That's been my biggest thing. Nintendo is notorious for releasing something else within the year of the um,
Yeah.
other one. So that's been like my hold back there. Um, Sorry, my dog's drinking water. They like to be noisy while we're
Oh, of
great,
course. Of course I do.
and then Cooper's in the frame, so everyone say hello to Cooper. Um, but yeah, that's my reason I haven't purchased one yet.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So, we talked about the two SKUs before the show started. You kind of mentioned that you are primarily just going to get the regular SKU, or what you could do, you could get the SKU that comes with Pokemon. So get Pokemon for $50 instead.
yeah, that was my other thought is like that. But being as stubborn as I am, I like physical things, and I think it's just a download code if I'm correct. It's not a
Yeah,
key
it's
card.
either a code or it's on your system. Yeah, it would be something that's digital technically. So like yeah, that is a downside, but you're also saving like $20. So
Yeah. Um, I do have a list. So I made a list here. I'm gonna bring it up. So anticipation of this, I was pricing out what it would cost and what I would get.
mm-hmm.
Um, I I'm gonna say it, and people are gonna hate. I'm not a huge Mario fan. I loved 8. Um, but this is what I had so far. So I was at Target. I had a Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
I got the first SKU that only came with the console.
Yeah.
Um, but then I had a couple games here because at the time that I put them in my cart, the Switch 2 had a big sale at Target.
Yeah.
Um, you'll like some of these. So I'm looking for games that I could play that have like um, they're like a good play value to me.
Yeah.
And before anyone asks, no, not Super Mario Wonders. Was not a fan of that. Um, so Metro Prime Beyond was one
Mm-hmm.
that I have in my card here. Even though it is on the regular. Um, but I had some other ones in here. Okay, I'm gonna get a ton of hate for this one. Uh, Cyberpunk is in my cart, and now hear me out. I got Cyberpunk as a Christmas present. It was broken as hell when I got it. This version is fixed. It comes with all the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I'm able to play it on a portable console, maybe handheld mode or something,
Yeah.
I might actually play through it. Um, Another one was Yakuza. Only because that one was like on a really good sale. Where's that? Oh, so Yakuza Zero Director's Cut. Um, I have not been big into the Yakuza games. Back in the day when you were streaming all those, I watched. I think
Mm-hmm.
it'd be a good game for the Switch too because it's a long game. These are usually long.
Yeah.
There's tons of stuff to do. Um, so that was like there. And the last one I had on my list of potential ones to buy there. Sorry, I'm scanning through these to make sure I took a bunch of stuff out. Um, the only other one was Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Mm.
I'm hearing a lot of negative things about it,
I
so
have heard it as well,
not
specifically for the Switch versions.
so I took that one out. But that's if I was to get one, there's that, or I would probably get one of the games and then a Switch 2 Pro controller
Mm.
would
Very
be on the list.
nice.
I have the Switch Pro controller now, um, and I love it. I don't care for the D-pad too much when you're playing NES,
Mm-hmm.
um, but other than that D-pad, it's I I I have had no luck with third-party controllers, so yeah. So if I was to get one, that's what I would probably get. I would pick out one game, and then to get the Switch, Pro controller. Uh, it's gonna be an expensive purchase anyway, regardless of what you look at. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, I had to
My
find
son
it.
my son bought one of those. He was debating. It's gonna be an expensive haul anyway when you think about it. Even if I got, Yakuza being like $30, um,
Yeah, I
the
forget
Switch.
what it is a game key card though as well. So you are gonna have to like look into that stuff compared to native games on the cartridges for you as a physical collector. So like there are good and bad things, mostly bad things about game key cards. Um, but like technically the thing is like if you're buying a game key card and the service goes down, then you can never that game isn't on there. You have to connect to the service in order to download it. So you essentially have nothing.
Yeah,
But
that's my concern. Um,
but you can
uh,
make the argument really quick with other games like PS5 games. The whole game isn't necessarily on there either until you connect to the internet.
yeah,
So it's essentially the same thing. It's just one with like a PS5 game you can play the game. It's not technically complete, but you can play it. Whereas with the Switch game with the key card, it's not playable at all until you download it.
yeah. I think that argument, I could still buy the box, even though that basically it's just a key card, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta download the game. I can s As a physical collector, I'm still getting the box, right? You're getting the case and that, and then, like I said before, I have, like, 71, Switch games,
Mm-hmm.
physical copies. Now granted, some of them are my kids.
Yeah.
I would say a small handful are the kids, the rest are mine, including super excited, uh, what is it? The is it Xenosaga?
Xenoblade.
That's what it is. Thank you to Alex's mom if she's listening. Hooked me up with the first one. I
That
had been looking
game's
a while.
that game's like expensive, not expensive, but like it's more everywhere else. Cause like that one
Yeah,
store, I did go there at that Walmart. They still had a like a little like section of them still for $40. It's like you can make a like a $12 profit by buying those all new. And-
yeah, and I had been looking for it, and I don't mind buying used, but I would go to our local disc replay, and it was just, like, not the case. It was like a make one, whatever they use.
Mhm.
And so I was like, and he's like, "I can see if my mom could get it for you." I was like, "Really?" And so thank you to Alex's mom. She's done a lot for the show anyway.
Yeah.
But so I'm waiting to play those on like the Switch 2. I've seen a couple of videos of comparisons, the Switch OLED versus this in dock mode, um, and stuff. So I'm almost there for it.
Mhm.
I'm about 90% there, but gosh, I would really like that banger hit. I was really hoping, um, and we could still get it. Um, Old IPs that they've just forgot about, the Nintendo's not done anything. And one of them, I know you, Kid Icarus is
No.
one of them. I don't picture it being something they're going to release. I would love.
They're putting Sakurai back in the Smash Bros dungeon. He's not playing he's not doing any King Icarus.
I figured as much. I Smash Bros is, if I knew how to play Smash Bros, I would love it. It's a great game. I just keep trying to play it like every other fighting game, and you can't do
Yeah, cuz it's
that.
not a fighting game.
No, it definitely isn't. But
Yeah.
like, I think like I'm waiting for that banger of a
Mhm.
hit to come out and be like, here it is. Um, and I think the Metro looks cool, but it's just not like I gotta have it right now,
Yeah.
sort of deal. If my list of saying, hey, I'd almost rather buy Yakuza on Switch 2, than the other. That should say something. I think it's kind of overpriced. But my Switch 2 thing is this as well. Um, Unfortunately, my wife got to see my sons and she was playing it, so she wants one too.
Mm.
So that's the other part of the problem of if I get this, she's gonna be like, "Well, I want one."
Well, this is when you give her your OLED and then you take the Switch too.
She already has. I'm looking to see if she's here. She's not here. She's already confiscated. I So in this house we have several Switches. We have 2 Switch Lights, which are my younger kids.
Mhm.
We've got my OLED. We also have an Animal Crossing one that I bought from my oldest son. Um, and so the funny story about it was like, "Hey, do you wanna buy this from me?" I'm like, "Yes." Bought it. A year later, he was buying a new OLED, and he sold me his OLED as well.
Mhm.
And so I have the box. It's all complete for Animal Crossing. She loves Animal Crossing, and she goes, "Well, you bought that for me, right?" I was like, "No, I didn't." And as it's gone by, it's now hers.
Yeah.
Um, hopefully when I get this room done and um, just redo this room, I will have the box here, but just know that that is sitting in my bedroom unplayed for at least a year. Well, I think it's about a year. I think it's whatever I talked to you last about.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, she's playing Hogwarts.
Mhm.
That's the last time she used it.
Yeah.
Um, but she wants a Switch too, and I'm like, here's the thing: you're never gonna play it. It's an expensive thing to
Mhm.
buy. That's my other problem. If I come home with it, she's like, "Well, I want one." Um, God love my wife.
Yeah.
I don't say no very often. When she wanted the expensive iMac, I said yes.
Mhm.
But besides that point, um, I do like the Switch 2, having my hands on one. I think that has been a good factor. So people that are on the on the fence of like getting one, find somebody that has one and use it. That to me, my son was like, just hand it to me. He goes, here you go. And I had like a good hour with it. I think
Yeah.
that's been a big factor because when Alex and I originally talked, I didn't want one right away. I was like, I'll wait.
Yeah.
So
Another good thing about it, and this doesn't necessarily affect you, but I mean, I guess it does because you have Nintendo Switch Online, the better one, is that you do get those GameCube games. So a
yeah,
lot of those GameCube games that do not that are very expensive, like Path of Radiance, the newest Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is one of the newest ones that's on there now. That game's used to be fairly expensive. The price is probably going down now, but it's readily available for people. People can play as Ike or whoever. Yeah, I think Ike is the main one in that. But like, yeah, you can play that game now. It's playable, and I played a tiny bit of it. I'm like, yeah, this runs really well. It's native, not native, but like it feels really nice. It's a really nice emulation tool for those GameCube games. Runs great.
I've seen people play Wind Waker on their Switches,
Hmm.
Switch 2s. I think Wind Waker looks great on there.
Yeah.
It's not the full HD remaster that we got on the Wii U,
Hmm.
but and I will say the Wii U has dropped in price on that.
Yeah.
Um, that price was like $100, and now you can get it for 30, $40.
Yeah.
Um, but do you really want to play it on a Wii U? I mean, uh, I will tell you, even someone that plays and like collects nostalgia stuff, playing old games on my Switch is probably the best emulation and easiest way of doing it,
Yeah.
you
Definitely.
know? Um, I don't think there's a better way of doing it, and you could correct me. It's my personal thought, but I think getting those GameCube games is kind of a bonus.
Yeah.
Um, I know that there's others that they've talked about. I know Pikmin is one. Um, there's a Metroid Prime they've talked about, maybe. I think I saw that.
Those two were leaked. We don't know if those are true or not. That was leaked from
Yeah,
Walmart.
Walmart.
So Metroid Prime 2 Echoes was leaked along with Pikmin 2. So yeah, who knows? We could see those in the future. Those make sense,
Yeah.
but until then, yeah, who knows? But yeah, yeah, GameCube's definitely a good reason to do it. And then yeah, just having a new console, like The difference is that it is backwards compatible. If it wasn't backwards compatible, it'd be a harder sell. But because it
Yeah,
is, it's just like, oh, all my games can play on there, and most of them just run better. Okay, sure, I'll get the better. It's like getting a new computer, you know, like when you upgrade your GPU or your RAM or something. It's like, oh, I'm getting a better experience out of my old games. So yeah, it's kind of a no
yeah.
brainer.
I think that was when they were doing the initial tests of the Switch 2. I have so much invested in my Switch alone with the games, that I wanna make sure that okay, so am I gonna be upset if the Grinch game that my kid loves or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer plays my Switch 2? No. I got those for dirt cheap, but, like, games that I do like on there, like Sea of Stars, I wanna see it run on there. Um, I've got a couple games that I haven't played yet. I really have a giant list. I was planning to play some games that are on my list this weekend and ended up playing Blaster Master. So I, yeah, I know it's a sad
No,
world.
no, no. I
Um,
just thought of something. I want to cut you off for a second, but side tangent because you talk about like the Grinch and Rudolph and all that. I'm not gonna say like where we're located or whatever, but have you gone to our store and just seen that pile of Elf on the Shelf for the Switch?
Funny story.
Are you in
I
one of
was
those?
in no.
Okay.
We bought 2 copies from Amazon when they were $10 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
My kids still believe in Elf in the Shelf and Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what the thought was is mid-year, we get to the halfway part, we would say there's a package that came and then get some for my daughter, because she doesn't play games, but like put them in there and go, hey, we decided to give you these.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they that and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that came out this year,
Mm-hmm.
they're selling for like nothing on eBay.
Yeah.
Um, I was in Target and they had the PS5 version of Elf on the Shelf for
Yeah.
I think we should stream one of those.
No.
Uh,
No.
I played Rudolph and it's pretty awful.
No.
Um,
This is
I think
like
I bought it.
this is like the Carrot Top clip. You're like, you can't pay me to play that game. Like no.
No, I played Rudolph for a good hour just to see.
Yeah.
I got it for really dirt cheap. I think I got it for like $15, I think.
Yeah.
Um, eh,
But yeah.
it's a cute it's like for that age group, there.
Yeah.
And when they get that Elf on the Shelf game, they're gonna love it. They're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever."
It's just I don't know. It's annoying for that store in particular because it's like, and someone said this too, but I agree. Where like they always turn away like sales because they're like, oh, it's due to overstock or condition. Well, you have 20 Elf on the Shelf for the Switch, so clearly you don't care about overstock. So
No.
take my game, take my show, give me my money.
I remember one time I was in there, and remember I told you I was in a Walmart and they had a bunch of Switch games for $5,
Yeah,
and these are not good games, let's be clear.
yeah,
Um, and so I was buying them, they were asking me tons of questions. "What are you buying all these for?" You know? I do resell to collect.
yeah,
It's I don't scalp, just before
yeah,
anyone says anything. I try to be pretty reasonable in my pricing. Alex would not talk to me if I was one of those people. Um,
yeah,
but, I was just like, "Well, I've got, like, 5 kids," so and they're like, "Oh, okay." But, like, it's so crazy because like, they were selling on eBay for a crazy amount. Now, if you were to do Elf on the Shelf, it's like $12, $13.
yeah,
If you wait now, I will say this, through the power of eBay, if you just buy those and then you sit on them in June or July or closer to the time frame of when Christmas comes out, guess what? They're gonna be like, "Hey, Elf on the Shelf, 49.99."
hmm
And if you have them and you're like, "Hey, guess what? I only paid $5, but I'm gonna sell these for now $30,
yeah,
brand new, sealed." That's where you're gonna make your money. I After this podcast, I'm gonna ask Alex where he saw the pile of them because I will probably buy a couple and hold them. Um,
Yeah.
so, but like that's the thing is like I feel like for the Switch, we're getting a lot of the stuff that we got on the Wii, where it's like just thrown out there and it's there.
Hmm.
Um, I will say this: that a couple of my kids are into Bluey. I've not purchased a Bluey game because we played it on Xbox, and I'm like, yeah, this is the most annoying game ever
The
made
new
besides Beverly
one
Hills.
supposedly sounds good. The one that's like
Oh, this
kind of
game's
like, but yeah, but like the new one that's coming out soon that seems more like, I don't know. It's not bluey, like it's like drawn like blue. I don't know. Like I saw like a preview over or something, and supposedly like it's not just like edutainment. Like it's more of a here's a game that's fun.
we could probably do a whole podcast on kids games that are total trash and are good. Now the Dogman game,
Yeah.
that game is pretty good.
Hmm.
Side scrolling platformer. You have 3 different characters. They all have different abilities and skills. That game's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Yeah, you get what you kinda pay for. Wasn't as bad as a root canal, but it was pretty awful. Uh,
Yeah.
but I did get Elden Ring at the same time for $15 that I've not so and I have a copy of the new Digimon unopened. So,
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you need to
I
open
wanna
that
get
up.
to those games. I don't wanna open the Elden Ring yet. Uh,
No, no, no. No one cares about
uh,
Elden Ring. No, don't worry about that. Play that Digimon.
I do wanna play it,
It's so good.
there.
I
Can
haven't
I
touched
can
it
I go
yet.
on a small
Yeah.
can I go on a small tangent?
Yeah.
So everyone knows that on this podcast, there are several games and series that are Alex related. Dot Hack, which I know,
And so I'm like,
and Digimon.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got that. And so I texted, I said, "Hey, we're stuck inside from Snow again. The kids want to watch something different. Which Digimon should they be able to watch?" If you've got kids and you want to know, ask Alex because Alex was like this. So
Less
we
than a
watched.
minute. You were lucky because I was looking at my phone. I saw your text. I was like, I got you. I'm gonna type this in all me. I'm gonna give you a big thesis paper on why you should start with Digimon Adventure.
And that's what we started with, and they loved it.
Yeah.
Even my daughter, who is Bluey and K-pop Demon Hunters and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, they liked it. They sat there and were quiet.
Yeah.
Um, Nolan kept going, "Wow, that guy Agumon," he was like, "Oh, it's a T-Rex." I said, "Kinda. It's kind of a T-Rex.
Yeah. And then I
Kinda."
mean, what the third episode becomes Greymon. So second or third
Yeah, I
episode. So
think we got to 6 episodes,
okay.
which was nice because they were on Hulu, so
Yeah.
there's no commercial. It just was like bam, 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 and so it was nice for him. Um,
So
and so, like,
who evolved? 6 episode. That's past the Yokomon village, right? So like they
yeah.
Piomon or Biomon, excuse me, in English. Biomon evolved into Bergermon. So did you get any Kakumon? Has that happened yet with Gomamon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's been a while since I've watched Digimon. I did watch a Digimon movie earlier today, but yeah. Sorry, continue with your Digimon.
Oh, so if anyone that's listening or watching is like, "Hey, I wanna know where to start," either with Digimon for younger people or you wanna get a dot hack, I will warn you, dot hack is a expensive hobby, uh, when you get into the PS2 games, but he really pulled that out. Uh, Funny story, Alex, we watched, like, 6 episodes, and then we watched New Ultraman, so
Nice.
and my kids are being raised properly. But
Yeah.
I just want to go on that tangent. If you were looking for that, hit Alex up. That's what you need to do.
So I'm looking here right now. The last episode 6 was the Toy Town. So that's with what's his name? Monzemon, like the big teddy bear that's like
Oh
hypnotizing all the
yeah,
kids, and then Togemon comes out of that one. And then episode 7's Ikakumon. Um but yeah, I want to say episode you're close to like a good section like where it's gonna like end like like a good stopping point essentially. Like there's certain points in the show where it's like, all right, we told a story here. Now this is a good stopping point to where, oh, what's gonna happen next, and then it goes more and goes more. Digimon, I want to say there's around 50-ish episodes, maybe a little more of the first series.
Uh,
Um,
on Hulu, it's 54 episodes for season 1.
okay, yeah,
Um, I have to throw this out here though. Digimon and all the crazy stuff that happens, perfectly fine with my kids. Trying to watch Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Doom where the guy pulled absolutely traumatized. I told you what my one son does when he screams and runs.
mm-hmm,
Yeah. He's 9 years old, 8 years old, and the scene where I'm gonna do spoilers, where Indy and the main bad guy are hanging off the bridge, and there's,
mm-hmm,
like, the pit of crocodiles or whatever, and he's trying to pull Indy's heart out, and he's yelling the stuff, and he's got the hand here, and Indiana Jones is screaming. He leapt up out of a seat, ran upstairs. I had to, like, turn it off. The whole other movie was great. Eating the
mm-hmm,
bugs, the guy actually getting his heart pulled out,
yeah,
all that stuff was fine. That scene, no.
wow,
Yeah. So,
huh,
but Digimon is fine.
yeah. I'll say it here first. Digimon is great. Digimon subbed is better than dubbed. However, kids can't read. Kids can't read subs that fast. Um, not until you hit a certain age, I feel. So like yeah, but yeah, I think the sub is a lot better just because of like there's less jokes and stuff. Like it's not trying to just be funny. It's not Saban, like because it's a Saban type thing like Power Rangers. Like they're trying to just there's scenes in Digimon in the Japanese where it's like quiet and there's ambiance, and then in the English it's like, haha, I farted or something like that. Like there's just it's weird. It's tonally different, but it roughly still tells the same story. But I mean it's still what I grew up with, so it's fine. I have it all on Blu-ray. I have because since it's separate and like censored a little bit too. Digimon for English and Japanese are separate releases. So, and they're both by Discotek, so they like HD'd it and did the best that they could. So it looks amazing on Blu-ray. So like, yeah, I have the Blu-ray for the English version, and I have the Blu-ray for the Japanese version for both uh, the Adventure O2, and then I have the 2 movie collections as well. So yeah, Digimon's great. Your kids are not ready for uh don't watch Try. Don't watch Ghost Game might be okay. Don't watch Try. Don't watch Last Evolution. Don't watch O2 The Beginning. And don't watch Beat Break because those seem older.
Yeah. I'm just introducing my kids to anime.
Yeah.
Like the first real anime they watched was a little bit of Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then they watched the superhero movie. Um, which I find super hilarious because yet again, they're scared of the crazy guy hanging on a CG bridge
Mm-hmm.
pretending to pull someone's heart out, but they're not scared of Supercell. So, and him screaming and glowing eyes and all. It's a weird, weird thing.
Yeah.
I do have that Digimon in my Crunchyroll. It's on my list to watch.
Yeah.
Um, do you think since we this is I'm gonna totally pivot. Do you think that they'll bring the Digimon game that's on PS5 to Switch too?
Yeah, probably eventually. Probably once all the DLC's out. Because it's still in
Will
season
you bu
pass.
would you buy that?
No. Because I've already played it and I'm probably gonna platinum it, so I don't need to do it again. Unless they do something special. Um
Yeah.
but that's kind of what happened with me and what was it, Digimon Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. Like I played Cyber Sleuth to death, and then Hacker's Memory came out and I barely touched it. um
I have the double of that came out
yeah,
for Switch.
it wasn't a double when I initially got it, so
Gotcha. I have never played it.
yeah.
I got a whole
It's
bunch of stuff I haven't
good.
played.
The newest one is probably the one that you need to play though.
Now that I have a portal, it makes life easier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will tell everybody here, now that they have cloud, portal is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I love my portal. I was playing God of War this weekend on it, and it looks amazing on there. I never thought I'd be a handheld. Now, granted, nothing beats the TV, you know,
Yeah.
but the kids wanted to watch something, and I was able to play sitting on the couch as they were watching something on TV. Or I think they were playing Minecraft actually, but I think it it is so worth the price.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, 3rd, 4th tangent of the episode. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
Now I already said what I want on the Nintendo Switch 2.
mhm.
What game or franchise do you want to be on there? It could be something that hasn't come for a while. I already kind of have an idea of what you would say, but what Nintendo franchise should they put out on the Switch 2?
I mean, do you want the real
I
answers
have
or
an
do you want the
idea.
fake episode answers?
This is all real. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things. Maybe a new. I mean, Mario and Luigi's dead, so but I would like some sort of new
Mhm.
RPG. Um, I mean, the answer, the joke answer is Mother 3. We're not getting that, but something that series or just a re-release, something like that would be nice. Um, mm, yeah, I really don't know. Because like Donkey Kong, I already kind of got that. Um, yeah, I just really can't think of much else, to be honest. Like, maybe more Xenoblade, Xenosaga, always been rumored as well, but um, Xenogears, I would love that. But yeah, I really can't think of much else, to be honest.
I would love, um, I already said it. I would love to have Kid Icarus,
Mm-hmm.
like a brand new Kid Icarus game. Or I would be okay if the DS game that was pretty good. I would be okay if they ported that over.
Yeah.
You know, I would be okay if they did like a really good port. I will say in the back of my mind, I've got a gut feeling that so far we've had all these consoles for the Nintendo Online. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the GameCube is the only one that is specifically for the Switch 2. Makes sense for the hardware, right?
Yeah.
I do in the back of my mind, I feel at some point DS is next. And I know that it's I don't know when, I'm not saying in the next year, but I feel like DS is next. Um,
Yeah. It just
a
depends
lot of
on
those
how you
games
can do
have
it.
right. A lot of the games have already there's a good percentage that have been like either remade or like new Super Mario Bros and stuff, but man, I will tell you, I just have this gut feeling that we're gonna see it at some point. I'm not saying this year. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying at some point. They're really focusing on the virtual gameplay,
Yeah.
but like it makes sense to do DS or 3DS. I don't picture 3DS right away, but I think 3
Mm-hmm.
at some point they're I think that on the new hardware they'd be able to run. If I get a Switch 2 because I have those thoughts, that's the other reason. I think you could probably run those games on a Switch OLED, but
Mm-hmm.
they really would run the best on a Switch 2,
Yeah, definitely.
to be honest.
Yeah,
The
for
the
sure.
hardware is pretty close. So,
And you got
um,
that
I
mouse
wanted to
mode.
bring that up. Yeah, I mean, I just want to bring that up. I think that is something we'll definitely see in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't if it happens this year, it's gonna be like a holy crap, I never saw that coming, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's gonna be coming. The 3DS prices have gone way up. I would think they do DS before 3DS.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I mean, you're not gonna see like games that we would all want, but there's so many games on DS and then 3DS that have never come and gone anywhere,
Yeah. That is true.
and they're Nintendo properties.
Yeah.
So,
For sure. Yep, definitely. But I think it's probably a good stopping point here for today. So yeah, should you buy a Switch 2? Yes, the answer is yes. You should do it as soon as possible if you can afford it. Um, that is, yeah, don't go broke for one. Don't do that. Yeah, there's been another episode of Get It Gaming Plus podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, everywhere. You can find us on youtube.com/Get It Gaming. You can find us bi-weekly. You can find us streaming as well. But don't really have much else to say for today. Go watch some Digimon. Do you have anything else to say to the people, Ben?
Get at it.
Get at it.